everybody, I'm April Boulware, author of the House of Prey series, a psychological horror romance series about a girl named Emily who discovers that she has been raised in a cult and that a lot of her life has been a lie, and she needs to find a way out of it, as well as try to figure out what happened to the girl who came before her. I had recorded a video before this, like, I don't know, a month ago, because you've probably seen me on my planner channel. I have a YouTube planner channel where I share all my planner stuff because I'm a complete planner nerd. And I was trying to share some book stuff on there, and then I was like, I really want to like separate them so I can focus on just my author stuff on this channel, just my planner stuff over there. And so I recorded a video. Okay, that was like, I don't know, probably 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And I lost it. I have no idea. I must have accidentally deleted it. But here I am again. And it kind of worked out because it's August 1st, so it's the beginning of a new month. I am going to try to do an experiment this month with marketing, and my book release is August 23rd. I don't have my microphone right now, so you might hear a lot of background noise. Chickens, dogs. My kids might interrupt me. They're in the house right now, and I'm outside, so you might hear outdoor noise. I also have my nephew today, so there's that. I'm a stay-at-home mom, homeschool mom of 3 kids, ages almost 10 to almost 6. Youngest is 5, she'll be 6 in September, and then my middle child just turned 8, and then I have a 9-year-old that's turning 10 in November. Next month starts school, September 8th, so I'm really hoping to get a lot done this month. Like, it's a crazy amount of stuff that I really need to get done. But a little introduction to myself and my channel and what this is about. I am, like I said, a psychological horror author. I love haunted house stuff, possession type stuff. I love all of that. I'm not really into like the gory parts of horror, but I love like haunted house stuff and ghosts and all of that. So I incorporate that into my work. My current series, The House of Prey, draws from my own personal experience in a cult-like, psychologically, mentally abusive home, and incorporates all of that, purity culture, all that kind of stuff into the horror, and then you get a little bit of romance. And the first 2 books are a duology. It's called The Origins Duology, how Emily discovered she was in a cult, discovered all the lies about her life, and meets Cade, who is the love interest, and eventually escapes the cult. The following books are standalone type mysteries where she has like psychic abilities and she helps solve cold cases, but they're all entangled with this cult that she was raised in that's like scattered across the states. Think IBLP, IFB, Independent Fundamental Baptist, Bill Goddard, and that kind of mind frame. Even a little bit like Amish Mennonite type stuff. That's what I was raised in. So that's what I'm incorporating into my work. Like, I was raised with those kinds of mind frames. Like, my parents didn't agree with joining any kind of church or in the pastor system or bishops or anything like that. So it was just me, my sister, and my parents, and it was very isolating. But I incorporate that into my book. I'm also working on a non-religious psychological horror series, and I'm really excited about that one. That's who I am as a writer. I just came to this discovery and embraced this brand of myself this year. So a little background. I wrote as a teen. I wrote from the time I think I was 11 to the year before I met my husband, and I was 21, so from 11 to 20, and I used it as an escape from my life in the cult-like stuff. Once I met my husband, I left all of that. I had my 3 kids. I was like, I didn't really feel I don't know what kind of bug that is, but it's extremely loud. But I didn't feel the need to like write. I didn't feel the urge to write. I didn't have ideas, and it just really, I felt like, okay, well, that must be the end of my writing. Like, I must have only needed it as an escape. Fast forward to 2023, I had a book idea through a dream, and I started writing again. Originally, I was writing historical suspense, spicy romance, and then with this change into this series, The House of Prey, I am writing fade to black, contemporary. I will probably only write contemporary here on out. A little bit of romance, but focused on horror and, you know, cold cases and stuff like that. I'm like, I think in order to write well, you have to enjoy what you write. And I am loving writing this. Like, it is, I just love it. Like, everything about it. The current series I'm in, it's a little bit hard to write because I'm drawing from my personal experiences. And that's kind of hard, but I add the horror stuff in to try to make it a little easier. And because I just love it. But anyway, so that's where I'm at right now. With my historical romances, I ran one art campaign. I only got like 11 sign-up. I think like 6 people actually read the book and only like 2 or 3 posted a review. And maybe it was because the book sucked. I don't really know. So I was kind of discouraged and I didn't really want to run an art campaign for The House's Daughter. That's my current book that's coming out in 23rd of August. And then I was like, I ran a little poll on Instagram and people were like, yeah, I would love to art read, you know. I was like, okay. So I ran a campaign, ended up getting 119 signups. Now, 3 people signed up twice. So 3 people had forgotten they signed up and signed up a second time. 1 person did not agree to not share my work, so they didn't get a copy. I ended up sending 116 ARCs out. Of those 116 ARCs, 87 people opened the email, 85 people actually downloaded so far. And so I already have 13 reviews, I think, or 17 reviews. Anyways, I wrote it down. I'm releasing this book August 23rd. It is like, I have until the 15th to change it. I have a couple of typos I need to fix. I think other than that, it's completely done and ready to go. And I am writing Let Her Be Silent, which is book 2 of the duology. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about the continuation and the end of this story that was started in book 1. I had to end book 1 on a cliffhanger. I did not want to. I wanted this to be one complete book, but if I'd done that, it would have been like 160,000 words, and that just wasn't, I would rather have shorter books where people can just fly through them. So 82,000 is about as much I'm going to do for a book, 82,000 words or so. I would prefer to keep it between the 50 and the 80 mark, somewhere around there. Okay, so on to the experiment that I'm going to run in August. So the sun's moving, so I'm getting some light over here. I don't know how that's coming out on the camera. Also, excuse the background. It's like just my yard. In August, I'm going to do a marketing experiment on social media. I have Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, that's it. I have Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I also have a newsletter and a Patreon. I'm not really pushing the Patreon right now because I have 3 paid subs on Patreon, members. I have, I think, 17 or 20 total members. The goal is to release serialized versions of my novels before they go on to publication. So like right now I'm releasing chapters of Let Her Be Silent, and it's supposed to release in September. Yeah. So I'm not super pushing that right now because I would love to have like a complete novel done and then just upload it every, you know, week or so many chapters. Haven't figured it all out, but I do have 3 people who are paying for my work on Patreon, so I'm gonna get it together. That's like my nemesis right now, is trying to figure out Patreon. But YouTube, I just started. Hello, first video. But I'm gonna start posting shorts on this channel. Today is August 1st. I have 11,204 followers on Instagram. I have 2.0 million views in the past 30 days. It's gotten up to as high as, I think, right at 5 million views, and then it goes down. TikTok, I have 1,108 followers. I can't figure it out. And then YouTube, I have 7 subs. Hey, y'all. And 0 watch hours, because this is my literal first video on this channel. So what I'm going to do is I do all of my content creation in either the Instagram app or edits. I like both of, you know, those. They work really well. In Instagram, this morning, I did a reel and downloaded it. So I'll create my reel and then I'll download it either from edits or from Instagram. Today I did it from Instagram in the Instagram app itself and actually downloaded the sound. I don't know if that was a fluke or if that's like something new they're doing. We'll see. So experiment for August. I think I'm going to try to do it for the whole month, but I do have vacation coming up on the 29th. So the 29th through September 2nd. And then school starts September 8th. So I'm like, my goal is August 1st through 31st. I want to post 2 reels and 1 photo post a day. Plus stories. Stories I do kind of random. Sometimes I'll just talk in my stories. Sometimes I post a still and like just put text, like a life update or something. I do always share my reels to my stories, so there's always something there. Maybe I'll try a poll a day or a poll every other day as part of this. I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper. I'm a planner. I love planning. Okay, the sun is coming in. It's really irritating, guys. Sorry for the sunshine. That's going to be my experiment for August, and I want to take videos. I want to talk to y'all about how it's working. I'm going to try to put some screenshots up here of my Instagram so you can see. I record on my phone, so I don't have a camera. Maybe one day. Some people say you don't even need one, so we'll see. If my channel takes off, maybe I'll get a camera, but for now it's my phone, so I have to like take screenshots on my phone. I can't like hold the phone up and show y'all. Instagram, like I said, a little over 11,000, 11.2 followers, which is amazing. I hit 10K last month. It was mind-blowing. 2.0 million views in the past 30 days. I'm going to share 2 reels a day, probably 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. Probably around between 7 and 10 in the morning, and then in the evening around, I'll look at my stats, and if I can remember, I will put a screenshot up somewhere around here of my stats when my followers are most active. And so I'll try to go off of that, like the first point in the morning when they're most active, the first point in the evening when they're most active, and then in the middle of the day I'll post the photo or carousel. I'm going to do the same thing on TikTok. I'm not going to pay attention to the analytics on TikTok because from what I've heard, it's like, and from what I've seen with my own work, I mean, unless you're like posting at 2 o'clock in the morning where no one in your country is awake, you know, I'm just going to cross post the same thing I post on Instagram at the same time. So I'll do Instagram first, hop over to TikTok, post it, hop over to YouTube Shorts, post it. And I'm just going to keep track of the analytics. I'm going to keep track of my book sales. Okay, I'm going to go completely off my memory here. I may try to upload, like, put on the screen here a screenshot of my sales. My book doesn't release until the 23rd. But because I was an idiot and gave myself too tight of a deadline early this year, I had to cancel a pre-order. I only have 1 sale from that pre-order, but Amazon still gave me a year probation for running pre-orders, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. So I can't do pre-orders. So the only way I could provide my ARC readers with somewhere to post their reviews was by making my ebook live. Some people have found it, which I find, like, I'm ecstatic, amazed, and so grateful that people are actually seeking my book out. Like, I am like scared almost. But I had, and I will put it up here somewhere, I don't know where on this video, but the analytics from Kindle. I publish through KDP, so Kindle Direct Publishing, which is Amazon's publishing platform. Okay, I enroll all my books into Kindle Select, so they're available in Kindle Unlimited for now. I hope one day to go wide, but starting out, this is what's best for me. I had, if I can remember correctly, and I'll show the screenshot so you'll be able to see if I'm right or not, 1,179 pages, I believe, read in Kindle Unlimited. I sold 7 ebooks, y'all. 7 ebooks in July, before this book is even technically released, which is amazing. It's so exciting. I made $36.25, I want to say. Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be like an introduction video, July income, and experiment. I don't know. Just everything all in one video. So that's my August income from just selling my books. I also had income from Patreon, which was $14. I have 3 members, $5 per member, minus the Patreon fee. So $14 from Patreon. And I think that's it as far as my author income goes, author related income. I am in the Instagram post bonuses, but I've made like 50 cents since February. So, and I'm not what's it called, monetized on YouTube yet. But when I get monetized on YouTube, I will share that income too. I want to be completely transparent. I want to share my journey so that other people can be encouraged or learn or just see someone else in the, you know, throes of beginning this journey of indie publishing. Yeah, I love watching videos like this from other authors. Katie Wismer is one of my favorites to watch. I think there's another lady, crap, I can't remember her name. I will link them down in the description, so if y'all are interested, y'all can go check out their YouTubes too. That's it for this video. That's just an introduction of who I am, what I write, why I write what I write, where I am in my writing and in my publishing journey, my July income as an indie author, and my marketing experiment. One more thing. My book currently on Goodreads has, I want to say, I'll put a screenshot up so you can see it. I think 17 reviews or 13 reviews, 17 ratings, something like that. On Amazon it has, I want to say, 4 reviews and 5 ratings or something like that. I will try to put screenshots up. So my phone ran out of memory, so I had to address that. But I was just closing the video. I was saying that every month I would love to do this, like do a craft video of what I'm writing, how I'm writing, some struggles I'm having with it craft-wise and stuff like that, and how I'm addressing it and learning something I've learned or something craft-related, writing-related. And then I would also like to do the video where I go over all my analytics, what I've done for marketing that month, how my sales have gone, if I've gotten any more reviews, what my reviews are like, all the analytics stuff, all the fun stuff that I think would be really fun to watch and like track and be able to say, hey, I changed this in my marketing. I'm posting 3 times a day, or I'm posting 1 time a day, or I'm posting extra photo posts or something, you know, anything that I change, I'm going to try to keep track of, and then I can share it with y'all. So if you like that kind of content, please sub, because I'd love to get monetized this year. Like, that would be wonderful. Like, that would be like crazy to get monetized before the end of 2025 on my writer AuthorTube. So we'll see. So if you like it, please subscribe and like this video, and check out the other AuthorTubes in the description. Bye for now.